Hello, everyone in the group. Nice to see you again. Been a few days. We were in Vermont for the weekend. Well, first we went to the Great Wolf Lodge on Thursday and stayed, which is an indoor water park, which was fun. But then went to Vermont to see Dicken Bettinger, who some of you are probably familiar with, who um, teaches this inside out understanding that I talk about here. Um, but I thought I'd pop in today and do a probably short one. Hello, Michelle. I'm doing it from the computer today. I hope you can hear all right. So I just got off the phone or the computer. It was a Facebook Messenger video chat with a young woman in India who posted something about that she was feeling suicidal and if I would chat with her. She didn't. I don't think she knew anything about me. I'm not even sure how she saw my post to begin with. I had said something to my old colleagues seemed to be dropping by like flies in my old SEO world that I used to work in. I keep hearing about people committing suicide or overdosing and things like that. So I posted something about that, and somehow this woman saw it and reached out for help. So I jumped on with a video chat with her, and she was, told me her story. And it seemed really evident that one of the main problems, besides everything that was going on in the story, but she was feeling very much like there was just nobody she could talk to, nobody who would help her, nobody in her family, no friends. She couldn't even get any psychologists, like they're all busy. I don't know, whatever it was. This seemed to be the thing I kept on hearing her say over and over, is there's just nobody and nobody else, and also that her situation is worse than everybody else's, which we all believe, right? It's always ours. And so the more I talked to her, the more it seemed to me that, I started talking more and more about how we have it inside of ourselves. We don't need other people to help us, because right, we can't always, there aren't always other people to help us. And just like I've said in a million other videos, if we're looking outside of ourselves for the answers, we're probably not going to get them. And over I don't know how long I talked to this girl, maybe 15 minutes, maybe a little longer. I didn't really pay attention. Over the course of our conversation, it kept coming back to that. And at first, she was resisting what I was saying and no, but this and all that. But somehow I struck something within her. She got quiet. We both got quiet. And I think, she heard something, because by the end, it's so interesting when you do this work, when you talk to people, because her face was completely different. Suddenly she was smiling. Just her face loosened up. She still was, nothing changed. She's still having her problems, I'm sure. I mean, it was 3 a.m, I think, for her, and she hadn't slept yet, but something was different. So I just pray that whatever she heard, but it came down to, me telling her that, we all have a built-in guidance system, and that's where she will find her answers, and that it's not going to take any work. It's just going to take an insight. Suddenly I explained about thought and how thought in the moment and how all the stuff she was saying was stories, and somehow I managed to do it this time without offending her, because that's what I'm always afraid of, when you talk about stories and that thoughts are not real. But I don't know, she was listening, and she heard something, and I will stay in touch and see what happens with her. But it's, I wanted to come on and say this, not to toot my own horn, but it's the same for all you guys, because the same, I find the same issues with all the people I talk to from this group, that it's it's hanging on to old stories and looking outside of us for help, thinking that I can help, solve your problems. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to guide you to look inside, to look, until we all look inside. That's where all our answers are. And, that's what Dicken was pointing to this whole weekend that I just was at as well. And that's what every one of us teachers in this Inside Out Understanding point to. So I'll leave you with that, and have a good night. Bye.